Welcome back to my channel. This week is going to be a little bit of a different natural dyeing video. I'm going to be taking all the materials that I've dyed over the last few months and I'm going to be laying them side by side and putting them in an iron bath to see if I can shift the colours to get a whole range of new colours. If you watched my last video about chrysanthemum dyeing, then you'll see that I made a scarf that I was wondering if I was going to shift the colour on, and today's the day. Keep watching till the end and I'll show you the results. Today we're going to be using this chemical, which is ferrous sulphate. It's a lovely turquoisey blue, and we're going to be adding this to warm water. Make sure that you're in a very, very well ventilated space for this. You don't want to be breathing in this steam. There is another way that you can make your own ferrous sulphate. I'm collecting these random items from my garden that have got rusted to the point that they can't really be used. So this is so rusted that the handle's gone. These are rusted closed. So I'm going to be reusing these to make some ferrous sulphate of my own, and all you have to do is put some vinegar and water in a jar. I'm going to be doing a little quick video about that coming up in the next few weeks. Today's fibres are ones that I've been doing over the last few months. I have got avocado, which is lovely pink, some black beans, which is made with black bean water, and this one is momiji, which is maple, which is a summer maple. I'm wondering if the autumn maple will make a different colour altogether. Onion skins, these are yellow onion skins. This is chestnuts, mainly the husks of those, you know, the spiky bits on the sweet chestnuts, that's those ones. And olive leaves, pomegranate skins, and this is chrysanthemum, yellow chrysanthemums. I'm also going to be brave and iron bath this chrysanthemum dyed fabric, which I echo printed with marigolds and ferns. And the fern design just didn't transfer very well, but I'm thinking if I iron bath it, it might actually pick it out. Let's see. So I'm going to do one of these at a time, and then we're going to have a look at it when it's all dry. The problem is that this is a very messy job. I once touched the iron and my hands were just brown for days. So make sure that you've got some gloves. These are gloves that have been previously used with iron baths, so they are pretty gross. I don't want to touch other fabrics with these on because they've got iron residue on there, and it could shift the colour of the fabric. If I didn't want it to, that would be disastrous. Okay, so if it's a bit noisy in here, I'm really sorry. I've got the windows open because I don't want to asphyxiate myself. Right, we're going to need today, I've covered my table because also it's a white table. I don't want to stain it with the rust bath. So I've got just normal water, room temperature water, so that when I've got my colour I'm going to rinse off my my fabrics. And I've got some, it was hot but now it's just warm water. I don't want it too warm because I don't want steam to go in my face. So this is warm water. I've just used this one just for, I might just have this as my dedicated iron bath now. Then you need your ferrous sulphate. I don't measure it, but maybe I should. I'm just going to do a tiny sprinkle. You do not need a lot. I don't want it to fall in. I'm just going to do a little sprinkle. And what will happen is the reaction, the ferrous sulphate and the water, it'll start dissolving and it'll start going kind of a rusty colour. I don't know whether you can see a kind of orangey colour already. It takes a few seconds to dissolve and to kind of finish doing its magic, but you can sort of see it going a bit yellowy coloured now. And this is the kind of water that you would make with your rusty items as well. So it's still, I can still hear crunching. I still think that, see, it's going really yellowy now. So we're kind of right. Okay. And I'll rinse this later to make sure it doesn't touch any other fabrics. And we're going to start with, let's do the onion skins first. I've got lots of different kinds of fabrics. I'm going to soak them first actually. I've got silk. Silk does not need much soaking. I might not get so much luck with the cottons. I should have soaked them for longer. But I've got some vintage cotton, an old bedsheet. The colours are amazing, right? I've got some silk and some raw silk. And all I'm going to do, this is just where you need your eyes. Okay, you're just going to put each one of them in and just watch until it comes to a colour that you like. That is as simple as that. It's really, really a very easy technique. Now you can use iron also as a mordant. You can add it to dye pots as well as using it for colour shifting like I'm doing today. It does bring out the colours that are a little bit sadder, but I don't know, I like the moodiness of it, personally. I don't always like bright colours. And you can already see some changes are happening. It's saddening up the colours a little bit. So I'm going to wait for a little while. Just give it a little move around. Sometimes it's hard to see until you get it out of the iron bath. Now I can see it's saddening up a bit. I can do some comparisons later. I can show you my dye diary and show you the before and after. So just a little note about the fabrics. All of them were mordanted with alum at the beginning. Then they were dyed with natural dye. And then now I'm doing the iron bath on top. You're still going to see the colour from the original dye, but it'll just be a more sad shade. In fact, this is not really going as fast as normal. So what I might do is add a little bit more ferrous sulphate. I'm not sure it's going as well as... Let's just try a bit more. It'll probably still be doing its magic over here anyway, but you can see it's saddened up anyway. It's a lot different. We're going to leave it here actually, in the water. Now I've made this little chart here because I will get confused. Some of the dyes I've been doing lately came out a really similar colour to each other, so thank goodness for the dye diary is all I can say. Oh, there you go. When you wash it in water, you can see more clearly the colour that happened. So this is definitely not the bright yellow orange that went in. So that's the onion skins. And now we're going to do, just going to work along, chestnuts. So let's just wet it a bit first. You can also paint with ferrous sulphate. By putting it with a mixing agent, a thickening agent. Again, video coming up soon. And you can also spray it, splash it, you know. Just got to be a bit careful though, because it is a chemical. You don't want it to go everywhere either. Right, so this one is chestnuts. Really changing. You see that's gone into a kind of grey. Really lovely colour. Okay. And it doesn't take very long, it just takes a few minutes. Not even a few minutes for some of these. So I like that colour, so I'm going to stop. I still want to see the colour underneath. Otherwise it'll just all be greys. Kind of sad really. And now we're going to do olives. Let's just wet it. This is mainly silk anyway, so. And this is kind of like a yellowy pinkish colour when it went in. I wonder what colour it's going to change to with the iron. It's definitely changing right in front of my eyes. It's like magic. This is the colour of the olive ones. I had to pause there because my battery just died. Okay, that's the olive. Definitely changing the colours. Now I'm going to try the momiji, which is maple. These were summer maple leaves, so that's why they're kind of greeny yellow. Oops, that was olive, I think, yeah. See how easy it is to get them mixed up? I've just wet them first. Although this water is now looking a bit iron waterish. Okay, here we go. This one's going straight away, which is really great. I don't want to lose the greeny yellow colour though, so I'm going to take it out before it goes too far. And give it a good rinse. Okay, we're going to try the avocado next. You can see how quickly the colours sadden, but I quite like them, quite earthy. We won't know really until they're dry how they actually look, but let's give it a try anyway. Now I'm wondering, I've not done this with iron actually, the pink, so let's see if it just goes grey or if it stays a bit pink. I'm hoping to keep some of the pink. I really hope it doesn't just go away. It goes, I'm hoping it's just going to go like a dusky pink. Ah, it is. It's going like a dusky greyish pink. Looks nice. Okay. When do I take it out? Not yet. Soon. It's going grey, but not grey enough. Doesn't look very much different, I don't think. Until we do a side by side, we won't really know. And now we're going to try the black bean ones. If you're interested in learning about the processes of each one of these, I've got a video about each single one of them, so you can go back. I'm going to link that in the description, each one of the videos, so depending on the one that you want to learn about, you can just head straight there. Okay, these are purpley blue. I wonder what's going to happen with these. It's like magic. This is the beauty of the colour shifting. I love it. I also colour shifted this one with vinegar, which goes a kind of beautiful purple, like a pinky purple, and that's also covered in the video. Well, this is interesting. This doesn't appear to be saddening at all. How cool that this hasn't. Oh, it's gone a bit darker actually. Maybe a bit more intense. It's saddening a bit, but not really. So maybe there's something in the bean water that's preventing that. Let's do the pomegranate next. Pomegranate looks like this. It's very pale yellow. Maybe I could have done a deeper dye. There's a really cute story that went along with this one actually. How I found the pomegranates locally on the floor, and if you have a look at the video you'll see the story. It's very cute. Now they went straight away to grey, and this one is not. Oh, it's going kind of greenish grey. It's a very pretty colour. Right, so this is the pomegranate. It's quite dark, but I like it. Okay. And the final swatch is going to be the chrysanthemum, the kiku, the yellow chrysanthemum. And this is a real pale lemon. It's very pretty. All the colours are pretty, aren't they? Let's face it. Okay, and then we're going to... So this is silk and cotton in here. And this is a mystery. No idea what this is. It could be rayon. It does seem to take the colour, so I'm thinking it is a natural fibre. But I'm not sure what it is. Right, so this has seemingly gone more yellow. Ooh. Right. These colours are going to look beautiful next to each other when they're all dry. Wow. Okay, so here's the bit where I need to be brave. And as soon as I touch it with these gloves, I'm going to ruin it anyway, so I'm going to be brave. So I dyed it with chrysanthemums, and then I did these yellow dots with petals from the marigolds that I have. Fresh marigolds. Gorgeous. So I was so disappointed that only a couple of the ferns came out. I did loads of ferns on here, and only 2 of them worked. But I did do a swatch test because I wasn't brave enough to put the whole thing in because it was a bit of a labour of love. I did a swatch test off camera just to see what would happen, and miraculously one of the ferns just popped out that was invisible to the naked eye. And when I did the iron bath, so it's already got some of the iron from in here, so it's already working its magic. I can already see things popping out. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Ordinarily I would use a bigger bath than this, but I have a workshop tomorrow and I want to not spend too much time doing dyeing today and getting loads of washing up to do. So what I'm trying to do is just do a quick video. My goodness, what is all the noise today? So it's gone kind of green. Oh, it's so exciting. It's going greenish. Oh my god. I don't want it to go too far because I still want that colour of the chrysanthemum. So I think I'm going to stop and get it out before it goes completely grey. And I think I'll have to go give this one a proper rinse with fresh water. Okay. I'll be back probably tomorrow with the results when it's all dry. Whew, so exciting. See you tomorrow. Just popping in to remind you to like and subscribe, and make sure that you hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded some new content. So I'm going to show you the final results, the different colours that I got from doing the iron bath on the different naturally dyed fabrics, and some surprising results came out. Now I'm trying as best I can to record everything in my dye diary, which this journal was also a thrifted find. I found it when I was in the UK. It's a hand-tooled leather journal and it has rice paper inserts. It's so cute and it's really vintage, but it was unused, so it was amazing. I'm going to show you in my dye diary the before and after. This is what we got from the avocado. It's really amazing colours. And the black beans, this like a navy came out. The maple leaves, the summer maple leaves came out as a greeny grey. The onion skins came out as a sort of olivey dark green, quite luscious colour. The chestnuts, very subtle. but still really nice. And the olive leaves came out as a kind of greyish yellow. Finally, the pomegranate. This always dyes so well and it colour shifts so well. Came out as a very, very charcoal, almost black. And the chrysanthemum came out as a yellowy olive. And I'll show you the big sample right at the end. This is my dye diary. And here's my avocado page. Well, that's olive. This is how avocado looks when you dye it on the different fibres. Lovely pink. But when you colour shift it with iron, this is the colour that it goes. This is the same fibre. But it's really cool. This is this same fibre. I hope you can see the different colours. It's very tricky to show you in this light. There's a lot of natural light flooding in. And this is the sheet. So really subtle, beautiful colours, and they really match each other. I think this colourway is gorgeous. Right, next is beans. So this is the beans. This is not actual beans, this is just the bean water. We ate the beans and we kept the water once we soaked them overnight. This side has already been colour shifted with vinegar, so this is the normal bean water colour and this is after you colour shift with vinegar. I'm now thinking, what could happen if I put iron on top of the vinegar shifted one? Let's see. I might try that in another video. So here we have this is the raw silk, so it's got a sort of sadder navy colour rather than a purpley colour. The vintage cotton is now a kind of grey, and the silk is a kind of navy blue, kind of indigo colour. Super nice. Right, next is momiji, which is maple. I got these from my studio garden. If you want to go back and watch any of these videos, I'm going to link them all in the description so that you can see the individual techniques to get these colours. This is what it looks like without any colour shifting, and this is after I colour shifted. So this one is this fabric. This is the bed sheet. This is the raw silk, which is this one. Very nice. And this is the silk. Gorgeous colours. It's so exciting to me. The next is olives. So I found this olive branch on the street in Tokyo and I just couldn't leave it behind, so I picked it up and made a dye out of it. This one's very subtle actually. This is all before, this is after. Sort of richening the colour a little bit. This is the silk. And this is the raw silk. And this one is the cotton sheet. So quite subtle but really gorgeous colours from that. Next up is the chestnuts. So I've already done the iron bath shifting on another video, but I just wanted to do a fair test with everything together to show you. This is the raw silk, this is before, this is after. This is the vintage cotton before and after. And this one is the silk. This is what it looked like when it went in, and this is after a few minutes. Very different. This is a piece of bedsheet, which is the colour before is kind of like a cream, and then it goes into a kind of sad cream, like a grey. You see that? Okay, and then this is another piece. I don't know why I had two pieces, but anyway. Maybe I got mistaken with all these little swatches everywhere. And the next one is onion skins. I think this might be my favourite, don't know. So this one is the silk, and it goes from this yellowy orange to this kind of dark olivey green. Really nice. The raw silk, similar kind of situation. And the vintage cotton is, oh sorry, this is the raw silk here. This is a vintage cotton, which is this one. Before and after. Not massively different, that one. And this is this cotton cord, also not massively different. The colours on the whole are just a little bit richer and sadder, a little bit darker. It depends on the look that you're going for on the day. Then we have pomegranates that I also found on the floor in Tokyo, believe it or not. And I've already done a video about this. I did some colour shifting already. But it looks like I've got different results this time. This looks like the bed sheet, I think, the vintage cotton. That's the cotton, the vintage cotton. And then this is the silk. So before, I probably just had a weaker bath and probably didn't leave it in as long. So it's so good to actually play with the colours. You can see the difference before and after. It's so nice, but you can also see how varied the colours are between fibres, and also depending on the time and the amount of iron you put in. So cool. And the last one I also did a colour shift before, just to show you. This is the chrysanthemum, the yellow kiku in Japanese, and that is the before, and this is the after. Really different, so different. And this is the bed sheet before and after. So hard to show you because of the light is so strong today. And this is the kind of kimono string before, very bright yellow, and then you can still see a tinge of yellow, but it's a definite sadder yellow. There we go. So I wonder which one is your favourite so far. I think I have a favourite, but let me know in the comments below which one yours is. So the final reveal is the chrysanthemum dyed scarf that I made, and then after dyeing with chrysanthemum, I did echo printing with marigolds and ferns on top, and I wasn't 100% happy with the printing, so I thought I'm going to try and make something more of it, and here it is. I haven't ironed it yet, so it's difficult to see the exact design and pattern. I got a couple more of the ferns to come out, but mainly it came out in blobs. But I really like this, and I'm so glad that I did it, because I was nervous about doing it, and now I'm really happy. It's much better than the bright yellow, personally speaking, but I love it. Thanks so much for watching today. Let me know in the comments if you have a favourite colour, and also let me know if you have a go at this technique on your own. See you next time.